Ah. And they're not a light primer strike. Taurus GX4. Interesting little pistol. This is one of the first micro compacts that Taurus actually made. Micro compact, you know, something that a lot of people like to say, oh, it's going to be my pocket gun. Oh, it's going to be something that I carry, you know, really concealed. I always want to make sure that whenever it is I'm talking about micro compacts, that I never give the misconception that a pocket gun is a good gun. I'm not into pocket guns. I'm into something that actually goes in a holster. You need to make sure that you have a holster. This holster actually covers the trigger guard, which is very important when it is you're dealing with a holster. And in essence of the Taurus GX4 being a good firearm or a bad firearm, I like to say if it goes kaboom, it's a good firearm and it actually works. This Taurus GX4, in my first 6 or 7 shots that I took, I actually had 2 failure to feeds. I was shooting from about 5 yards away and I conceded them off to the left just a tad bit. Now that could technically really be me with a little bit too much finger in the trigger or not enough support hand pressing against the firearm. However, this gun wasn't as snappy as I perceived it to be before shooting it. Sometimes the shorter the barrel, the more snappy that the firearm is actually going to be. I didn't find this to be terribly snappy. Now, I am shooting some light ammo, yes indeed, in which I'll put some factory rounds in here and we'll put some factory shots down range just to see what that snap is. Well, minus those 2 failure to feeds that I had, it fed the ammo pretty well. It ran pretty well. The trigger inside this Taurus is not a terrible trigger. The reset, we'll show you what that is. It's a pretty long reset, okay? And we'll see what the pre-travel is like. There's quite a bit of pre-travel when you get it pulled. Your reset is right there. This Taurus has a different takedown system than many firearms that people shoot. Okay, it has this little screw right here, and this little screw right here, you actually screw this screw counterclockwise, and when you do it counterclockwise, the slide is going to come forward just a little bit, and that's going to allow you to push the slide off. And then when you put the slide right back on, it actually resets the screw for you, so you won't have to go back and turn the screw back itself once again. Very similar to Glock internals, it looks like. This is an interesting gun. If you find something like the Taurus GX4 for $250, 290 bucks, would it be something I would say to get? I would say no. I'm not going to talk down on it. I'm going to say it's a sturdy firearm. It features a magazine that gives you 11 rounds that you can put inside the magazine, and then obviously you can put 1 inside the head, so you can walk with 12 rounds inside this firearm. I haven't saw a base plate for this, but then again, I haven't looked for one. It's actually a 3.6-inch barrel. So a 3.6-inch barrel, I'm going to say this firearm was shooting rather nice for, you know, a 3-inch barrel gun. And this is going to be, you know, clearly something that you put right alongside a Hellcat when you're trying to say, I want to put this gun against that gun. Hellcat, I would say, probably comes with a lot more reliability. I'm definitely not gonna say that this is a bad firearm. I'm definitely not gonna say that. This might be an actual decent option of something that for you to run. I just right now shot some really snappy factory ammo. It was Winchester white box. My shots that are over here are actually from the Winchester white box, but I got a lot more bullseyes actually when I shot the Winchester white box. I would say that with some of the lighter ammo that I shot through here, you know, I gave way for me to be off a little bit, and because I was shooting that Winchester white box, I was rather cognizant to have my grip a little bit more fixed. However, this gun is a snappy gun when you're shooting heavy factory ammo. That heavy factory ammo was giving me a snap and was making it, you know, not hard to control the firearm, but there was a snap. There was a little bit more going on in the firearm, and with such a short grip on it, you know, having that purchase on it is very, very hard. These last few fingers pretty much have nothing but my strong hand to hold on to, and with them having my strong hand to hold on to, it's giving way to the gun, you know, me not controlling the recoil in the gun the right way. I constantly want to ask myself, would this be something that I would purchase? And like I said, if I saw this in a store and it was $250 and I had the chance to add another $200 to it so that I could have myself a Glock 19 or even a Glock 43X, something like that, I would clearly choose the Glock 43X. I would choose the P365 by SIG. I would choose the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield over the GX4. But for those people who want a budget gun, this is going to be a very damn good budget gun. I'm definitely going to say it's definitely not bad. I didn't have any failures to feed or failures to fire with the factory ammo. So I would say this is definitely something you want to make sure that you're not getting remanufactured ammo with. And I only say that because I had 2 failure to feeds with the remanufactured ammo. If you got 2 of them, then you know you're going to be having to work on malfunctions. So Taurus GX4, does it get a thumbs up in my opinion? Yes, it gets a thumbs up. Would it be something that I purchase and I say, hey, you know, let your life depend on this? Ooh, that's going to be one that I'm going to have to leave up to you. I like the takedown. I like the trigger. The recoil was a little bit snappy, but it's a go. It's definitely a plus. Taurus GX4, you got it.